I don't care about sustainability. I care about profit. That could easily be a quote from Chris Su, the mysterious founder of Shein, who has built a $100 billion empire by selling $5 dresses made by workers earning 3 cents per item. You see, the Shein phenomenon has impacted how we shop, how fast fashion operates, and even how an entire generation views clothing as disposable. Things that impact us to this day. Shein is so powerful that it adds 6,000 new products every single day, more than Zara, H&M, and Forever 21 combined. Now, many of you already know that Shein is cheap and trendy. However, there's a good chance you're underestimating just how systematically this company exploits workers, steals designs, and manipulates algorithms to addict an entire generation to shopping. I mean, Shein's entire business model is built on a simple truth. If you make something cheap enough and addictive enough, people will ignore where it comes from. It just goes to show that they knew very early on that TikTok trends matter more than human rights, and that Generation Z shopping addiction could be weaponized for unprecedented profit. From algorithmic manipulation to literal sweatshop slavery, Shein is undeniably one of the most destructive companies in modern history. Now, our story begins with Chris Su, also known as Su Yang. He was a man from modest origins. However, he was really smart and understood digital marketing better than anyone. He was born in 1984 in Shandong Province, China. Not much is known about his early life because Su operates in complete secrecy. No interviews, no public appearances, no social media. He's a ghost. What we do know is that he studied at Qingdao University of Science and Technology, graduating around 2007. He then worked in SEO and digital marketing, learning how to game search engines and social media algorithms. This knowledge would become the foundation of his empire. Life for Su would have been comfortable as a digital marketer. However, things changed dramatically in 2008 when he founded his first company, a cross-border e-commerce business helping Chinese manufacturers sell wedding dresses to Western customers. You see, Su noticed something crucial. Western consumers would pay $100 to $200 for dresses that cost $5 to $10 to make in China. The markup was insane. But more importantly, he discovered that online shopping removed the guilt. When you buy something in a store, you see it, touch it, interact with employees. Online, it's just clicking a button. The human cost becomes invisible. Su understood this psychology before anyone else. Now, in this e-commerce world, his first major breakthrough came in 2012 when he pivoted from wedding dresses to fast fashion, founding Shein, originally called Shein. The concept was simple but revolutionary. Use algorithms and data to identify trending styles on Instagram and TikTok, copy those designs immediately, manufacture them in Chinese factories for pennies, and sell them online for $5 to $15 with free shipping. No physical stores, no inventory risk, pure digital efficiency. By 2015, Shein was generating millions in revenue. By 2020, it was billions. And by 2023, Shein was valued at $100 billion, making it more valuable than H&M and Zara combined. But here's where Shein's model becomes truly dystopian. You see, while traditional fashion brands design collections months in advance, Shein operates on a real-time fashion model. Their algorithm scrapes Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and fashion blogs constantly, identifying trending styles within hours. When a celebrity wears something or an influencer posts an outfit, Shein's AI detects it immediately. Within 3 to 7 days, Shein has copied the design, manufactured thousands of units, and listed them for sale. Traditional brands take 6 to 12 months. Shein does it in a week. This speed is only possible through extreme exploitation. Let's talk about the factories, because this is where Shein's true horror becomes clear. Investigative reports from Channel 4, Bloomberg, and Public Eye found that Shein suppliers operate illegal sweatshops across Guangzhou, China. Workers, many of them migrants from rural China, work 18-hour shifts, 7 days a week. They have 1 day off per month. They're paid per item completed, not by hour, earning approximately 3 cents per garment. To make minimum wage, they must produce 500 items per day. That's 1 item every 90 seconds for 18 hours straight. There are no employment contracts, no benefits, no safety regulations. Workers sleep in factory dormitories, often 12 people to a room. Some factories have windows and doors sealed shut, fire code violations that could kill dozens in an emergency. In 2021, Public Eye investigators found workers at Shein factories working 75-hour weeks for monthly salaries of $556. That's less than $2 per hour. Chinese labor law mandates 40-hour weeks and overtime pay. Shein suppliers ignore these laws completely. When confronted, Shein claims they audit their suppliers and require compliance, but investigations revealed that Shein's audits are scheduled in advance, giving factories time to hide violations. It's theater, not oversight. Shein knows exactly what's happening. They profit from it. Now, let's talk about design theft. Because Shein isn't just exploiting workers. They're stealing from independent designers constantly. In 2023 alone, over 50 small designers publicly accused Shein of stealing their original designs. The pattern is always the same. A designer posts their work on Instagram. Within weeks, Shein is selling identical copies for a fraction of the price. Shein has been sued by Dr. Martens, Levi's, Ralph Lauren, and dozens of independent artists. In most cases, Shein settles quietly or simply ignores lawsuits from small designers who can't afford legal battles. The company steals with impunity because the volume is overwhelming. They add 6,000 new products daily. Even if 100 are stolen designs, who can keep up? But here's where Shein's genius really shows. And by genius, I mean evil brilliance. You see, Shein gamified shopping through their app. When you open Shein, you're not browsing a store. You're playing a game designed by behavioral psychologists to addict you. There are daily check-in bonuses, spin-the-wheel prizes, limited-time flash sales, countdown timers creating artificial urgency, and a point system rewarding frequent purchases. The app uses the same dopamine manipulation tactics as slot machines and social media. Teenage girls, Shein's primary demographic, spend hours daily on the app, not because they need clothes, but because the app is designed to be addictive. Shein also pioneered influencer marketing at unprecedented scale. They send free products to thousands of TikTok and Instagram influencers, who post Shein haul videos showing mountains of cheap clothing. These videos generate billions of views. Teenagers watch influencers unbox 50 items for $200 and think it as normal to buy clothing in bulk like groceries. Shein has conditioned an entire generation to view clothes as disposable. Wear it once for a photo, throw it away. Buy more. The environmental impact is catastrophic, but Shein doesn't care. Fast fashion has become ultra-fast fashion. The environmental destruction is staggering. Shein produces over 1.5 million items per day. Most are polyester, derived from petroleum. A 2021 study found that Shein garments shed microplastics at rates 6 times higher than traditional clothing. These microplastics enter waterways, oceans, and eventually the food chain. Shein is literally poisoning the planet for $3 crop tops. The company claims to be working on sustainability, but it's impossible. Their entire model depends on overproduction and disposability. You cannot make 1.5 million items daily sustainably. It's a lie. By 2022, Shein had become the most downloaded shopping app in America, surpassing Amazon. The company ships to 150 countries and generates approximately $30 billion in annual revenue. Chris Su, still invisible and silent, is estimated to be worth $25 to $30 billion personally. He's one of the richest people in China, and almost nobody knows his face. Shein filed for an IPO in 2024, planning to go public at a $100 billion valuation. If successful, it would be one of the largest IPOs in history. The company that pays workers 3 cents per item would mint billionaires. But there's growing backlash. TikTok campaigns like #SheinWorkersMatter and documentaries exposing factory conditions have made Shein toxic to some consumers. Several countries are investigating Shein for labor violations, environmental damage, and intellectual property theft. The EU is considering banning ultra-fast fashion entirely. In 2023, U.S. lawmakers proposed eliminating the de minimis exemption that allows Shein to ship products under $800 duty-free, which is how they offer free shipping despite manufacturing in China. If this passes, Shein's entire model collapses. So what's the secret to Shein's power? I think it's several things working together. First, they exploited the algorithm economy better than anyone, using AI to identify and copy trends instantly. Second, they normalized extreme exploitation by hiding it behind apps and algorithms where consumers never see the human cost. Third, they gamified shopping to create addiction, especially among teenagers with developing brains vulnerable to manipulation. Fourth, they weaponized influencer culture to make overconsumption seem aspirational. And fifth, they operated in regulatory gray zones, manufacturing in China, selling globally online, avoiding oversight everywhere. But we have to ask ourselves, is this the future we want? Shein would argue they're democratizing fashion, making trendy clothes affordable for everyone. Critics would argue they're destroying the planet, exploiting workers in conditions resembling slavery, and training Generation Z to view everything as disposable garbage. I think the truth is clear. Shein built a $100 billion empire by externalizing every cost onto workers, the environment, and society. The $5 dress isn't cheap. Someone else is paying the real price. Legal doesn't mean ethical. And when your business model requires human suffering to function, that's not innovation. That's exploitation. The man who built the ultra-fast fashion empire remains invisible. The workers making your $5 dress work 80-hour days for $2 an hour, and millions of people keep clicking by now because the algorithm told them to. The real question is, now that you know, if you made it this far, leave a dress emoji in the comments. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out my video on luxury brands. Another story of fashion industry manipulation. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.